real. You are being unfair to me because I also don't know. You can't ask me why did he resign because I never had that discussion with
What
him.
was the backstory of him not being at the NPA?
My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. I'm not responsible for MBUYISENI NDLOZI. I'm not his father. I'm no longer your president, like you said. You have not renewed the membership. You have no reason to be scared if you are scared to tell me anything. Then I linked forward and asked him, what did I do? No. Did you see that NPA? Did you feel any vacuum? You were there. Did you feel like there's something missing because so-and-so is not here? This animal is bigger than individuals. What impact will Dalimpofu have?
All right, let's put it this way. Surely they contributed in this 10, 11 years.
Yes. The heading will be the two betrayers. That will be the heading of the chapter.
The reality is the three of you were seen as the faces of the EFF for a long time.
I agree. No, I said that.
What went wrong? What went wrong? Towards the end of last year, you lost one of your long, how can I put it, long living partners in the EFF, Floyd Chivambu. You formed this thing with him. You guys are more than brothers, friends, comrades, you name it. You lost Dalimpofu, who was to be a chairman of your organization. You just recently now have MBUYISENI NDLOZI resign from parliament. Let's start with these two, Floyd and Dali. Be frank with me about what gap that has left in the EFF. What is the impact of the departure of people who are literally co-founders with you in a movement like the EFF?
They have no impact.
Whatsoever, nothing. They don't even have a constituency.
No. Did you see that NPA? Did you feel any vacuum? You were there. Did you feel like there's something missing because so-and-so is not here? This animal is bigger than individuals. They have no impact. What impact will Dalimpofu have?
All right, let's put it this way. Surely they contributed in this 10, 11 years of building.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the role that you can, if you were to write your biography?
No.
And there was a chapter on Floyd and a chapter on Dali. What would summarize those chapters in terms of their contribution?
The heading will be the two betrayers. That will be the heading of the chapter, and that's what I will contribute in that book. The ideas in the EFF are a collective ideas. That anyone, I mean, we came up with this idea of forming the EFF. So what? It is insignificant who formed it, who came with the idea and all of that. This thing belongs to the collective. The idea of an individual dwindles into insignificance once a collective decision is taken. So whatever 11 years you want to talk about, it can't be attributed to any individual. But
I think that the reality is, and I want us to really interrogate this a little bit, the reality is the three of you were seen as the faces of the EFF for a long time.
I agree.
In fact, the EFF and yourselves as individual faces were indistinguishable. In other words, although towards the end there was betrayal, as you put it, you can't dismiss the fact that you didn't build the thing alone at the top leadership level.
I've never said that.
Right? Yes, you're correctly saying it was a collective.
I've never said that.
What went wrong? What went wrong? Start with Floyd. I
think you must ask them, really. You are being unfair to me because I also don't know. I want to know.
Even up to now?
No. I spoke to Floyd after the resignation.
Even immediately thereafter?
Immediately. I went to his house, and the reason it was done deliberately. Ordinarily, he should be coming to me, but I said, no, I'm coming to you. So I can make him comfortable in his own space,
home,
so he can speak freely. And I said to him, I'm no longer your president, like you said. You have not renewed the membership. You have no reason to be scared if you are scared to tell me anything. Then I linked forward, I asked him, what did I do? He said, no, there was nothing personal. It's a revolutionary decision. No, I'm not asking you to convince you to stay. I want you to tell me what I've done so wrong to you so that I don't repeat it to the next person. I might not be aware that this action is actually offensive.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. Even the reasons I'm picking up JJ are laughable on the street. I mean, it's not something that can be repeated in this serious show because they're just jokes. So that's what we are to the movement. We are replaceable. We contribute now and we're important now. When we're done, it's finished. Our term is finished. Our membership is finished. The new leaders are going to emerge. So you're saying MBUYISENI NDLOZI has resigned from Parliament. I got that when I was outside the country on holiday with my wife. When the SG sent it to me, I never had any.
But what's the on MBUYISENI?
Yeah, so you can't ask me why did he resign, because I never had that discussion.
What was the backstory of him not being at the NPA? Just take us into your confidence today.
But again, you're unfair to me. I told you I was inspecting the learner's license of my son. My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. Yesterday when he passed matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto there. God, I'm going with you. And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do with? God, I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for MBUYISENI NDLOZI. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he doing?
On this one,
I don't know.
On this one, I think you're obfuscating because surely with the kind of organization you are running a tight ship. Let's be frank. You are not running a Mickey Mouse thing. This is a massive organization with 1 million members. Right? And it could be understandable if there was some just ordinary loose member who didn't pitch up for or who was not a delegate, right? But here you're talking about somebody you have promoted. Just recently, you are pitting him against Panyaza Lusufi, making fun of Panyaza Lusufi. This is incomparable.
You can't compare even now. Even now.
Yeah.
If you
so I can't be convinced.
If you want to question me about the qualities of leadership, let's debate that. Not his whereabouts.
No, I want to debate that you are not worried about. Why would you not be worried?
I'm not.
Why?
Stage is a village. Usboni stage is a stage sa UN usboni ka NPA se village dilo dilimo.
So you're not worried that he don't know where he was.
The leadership of the EFF, which was supposed to be there, was there. So why must I worry?
So he wasn't told not to come to the NPA?
No, there's no such a communication.
He just voluntarily didn't come. So we need to ask him.
You ask him. I don't know.
You have no idea even now.
No, I'm not even interested.
But you have a good relationship with him.
No.
You don't?
No, it ended at that time. We were members.
Was he a victim of Floyd leaving? Let me ask it that way.
Ask him if he's a victim. How do I say someone is a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I never spoke to MBUYISENI NDLOZI before the NPA. I never spoke to MBUYISENI NDLOZI after the NPA. So I don't know his mind as to how is he thinking on this matter.
Are you irritated by the fact that there's a narrative that persists that you are, like other leaders in our political spectrum, a big man, right? Holomisa has been there for 20 years, I think. Butele is, okay, let me not talk ill of the dead, but Butele was there until, the last day, right?
He left with the coffin.
He was 90-something, 92 or something, right? And I can go into the continent, but let's not go there. Let's just talk about here that do you get irritated by being tagged that way to say it looks like EFF will always have this president and that's it. It's a third term of 5 maybe.
You're using what will appear as better example to whoever is listening to you. So, and you are also trying to persuade me differently because you are using bad names.
Yeah.
Why are you not comparing this
No,
with...
no, but who's, I mean, Bang to Halumi is not a
No,
bad
I
name.
agree, but
Yeah.
why are you not comparing it with Art Tambo? For how long was Art Tambo
Who was in
president of the
exile?
ANC?
Come on, this was a different context
It's
altogether.
not different context.
It is. He was
No.
were underground.
They were a political party,
Yeah.
and they were not in power.
Yeah.
And they had a leader who was leading them consistently.
Yeah.
And what was worse about Tambo is that there was never a conference, except when there were problems, when Christian wrote a letter, they went to Kabwe to go and discuss those concerns of the soldiers. So, the same with the IFP leader, Herman Mashaba, everyone.
Yes.
They don't go to conferences. I'm not here for third to fifth term. I'm here for this term. I'm being re-elected as a new president of the EFF. And I'm not worried about whoever says what. I'm going to implement the
You have a
resolutions.
succession plan?
Yes. You know what's the succession plan?
Yeah, next MPA. Is that the succession plan?
The succession plan is that if I die, the deputy president of the EFF takes over. You can't say the same about MK.
Is that your succession plan?
No. Succession means what happens
Something
when
happens
this
to you,
person
yes.
is no longer there.
Yeah.
In MK, is Zuma alone.
Yeah.
If he dies, they're going to kill
Is
each
this your
other
last
because it's my last term. I've accepted only this term because I've been asked for this term. So as far as I'm concerned...
No, that's confusing. Is this your last term or come NPA 4, you'll stand again?
No, I don't know if I will be nominated in the NPA 4, but I've never said no to the EFF. Every time it asked me to do something, I do it.
Yeah.
So if they ask me then, I will accept and I will do it. But this is my last term.
Yeah.
So I'm saving it as if I'm not going to get any chance.
In the 11 years, what battle did you lose as the leader?
I've never lost any. Politics, I lose at home, my lord. But politically, I don't lose. I don't fear nothing. The only person I'm scared of is my wife.
So, I think we must be part of the CT. What is it? Central Command. Yeah, you must be. Your members of the CCT, are they free? And I'm asking you a straightforward question.
Yeah.
Are they free to challenge you seriously, right, in those meetings? Or are there layers where in certain layers they cannot challenge you, etc.? I just want to deal with the issue of internal democracy once and for all.
So I give a political report. I spoke for 3 hours, 45 minutes, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
From there, I sit down. The whole hall there start interrogating me.
They're interrogating
That's my input. Remember, that input I give there doesn't come from the collective. It's not like an organizational report. That's me speaking and setting the tone for the conference. So they need to take that report and you have not built the school, blah, blah, and then this.
Yeah. I hope you started building that school.
They did.
It's taking too long.
If you say that we'll build it without approvals of government, if you want us to build it, we can build it. We've got the capacity, the resources to build it. We are being held by government, incompetent Mogale City government, which is not approving our plans. To the Mogale City community of whites are saying there's going to be too much traffic going that way, and then their lives are going to be affected.
Yeah.
When they say there's going to be too much traffic, they mean there's going to be too many black people going to that school, so we don't want blacks here.
All right, let's pack
So now, the EFF people speak freely.
Okay.
Advocate Mpofu you spoke about was in the EFF. What will stop him from speaking freely? The deputy president, former deputy president Floyd was in the EFF. What will stop him speaking freely? Because they are now heroes. If they can't speak freely, it means they are cowards. What stopped MBUYISENI NDLOZI to speak freely? They all speak freely. And that's why some of the things that we don't agree with, we can't present our views, we get defeated.
I want, after the break, you to tell me 3 things, right, that have come out of your NPA, right, that would reposition the EFF, right? in terms of dealing with all the things we have raised, including electoral decline in KZN, the whole issue about rebuilding and advancing the economic freedom agenda. 3 things that came out. We don't have time to go through it, but we'll talk to your other leaders to unpack what came out of the MPU. I just want 3 strategic things that came out of all that discussion. Give a 3.5-hour report. I think your SG gave it a 4-hour report. I had 7 hours out of there. Dissect it for me and just give me 3 that will say to a viewer who's watching, I can vote for these guys to run this country.